What's up, everybody? Another day of push and record and talking to y'all. And today we're talking about why it's important to look poor, even if you got money, so you can keep it. Let's get into it. One of the things that I think is important to think about is looking poor. And when I say looking poor, I don't mean like literally you have to look poor. Obviously, I dress nice, I like to look good. But the concept of looking poor is kind of like the idea of not keeping up with the Joneses, lifestyle creep. Like you don't want to be seeing your neighbor get something and then you have to get something, you know? So you kind of want to be thinking about that. You want to be thinking about, where you're spending your money and what it's actually meant for. Lifestyle creep is something that happened to me when I got, started getting money. It's like you're just not used to making money. So you're just spending everything that you get and then you're going to live paycheck to paycheck. And that was me. So if this is a situation that you're finding yourself into, you might have this problem. Looking poor for me means that, like, this is polo, but my friend gave me this. I didn't spend any money on this. So it's like, sometimes you'll have to sacrifice those clothes and stuff that you were buying. Like when I grew up, I was getting clothes pretty much every week, and when I became an adult, I couldn't afford to do that anymore. So I had to start investing in things that would last longer, that didn't have logos, that could be rotated through my whole wardrobe, and that's how I kind of figured out that issue. When it comes to my car, I drive a car that I bought in 2014, and it's still running today. And yeah, I would love a new car, and yeah, it's not making all the sounds I think it should be making right now, but it's lasted me like 12 years, and that was a good investment. It's paid off, and I'm going to keep riding it until I can't anymore. And I bought a car in 2014 knowing that I'd want to be riding it in 2024. So you got to think long term like that with your stuff. You don't want to be just wasting money on things that are going to not bring you value in a week or two. Getting a car, literally, it depreciates driving it off the lot, and that new car feeling disappears really fast. I mean, even if you haven't gotten a new car recently, you probably got a new phone in the last couple of years. And every time you get a new phone, it feels really exciting for like a couple days, and then it goes back to just being a phone. And I think that's kind of like the idea here, is that we're never going to stop chasing things. We're going to constantly be on that treadmill, and it's just like, it doesn't stop. So I think that's the mindset shift that you have to make for yourself. Is I'm not going to try to continue keeping up with everybody. I need to keep my money for myself so I can pay myself in the future, and my future self will thank me. And looking poor is, also, you don't have to upgrade your apartment every time you get paid more. You don't have to upgrade to a house. Like, I stay in a modest apartment, and I think one of the things when it comes to having stuff is that all these things around you, they cost energy. And the more things you have, the more attention these things will take. The more plants I have, the more plants I have to water. That's the kind of idea here. And a really rich person doesn't need to flaunt their money. The most richest people don't have all the things you think they'd have. Maybe they got a nice house, but they're not like always constantly spending. They have money probably because they know how to keep it. And when people actually keep their money, it causes security, and it causes you don't have to worry as much anymore. The second I stopped spending as much, my worries went away, and I didn't like go to bed stressed out every night trying to understand where all my money was gonna come from and how I was gonna pay for this and that. And that's why I make these videos. Like, I do it for myself. Like, getting on here talking about it is a reminder for myself. It's a reminder for you daily. And I think that's what it takes. Like, on top of trying to help you guys with all this information, doing these daily videos is actually keeping my mind on track and keeping me focused and keeping me developed and growing. And I think that's super important. And everything that you're doing right now with your money, could you be doing it better? Are you a person that literally could be living a good life, but you're spending all your money on eating out or vacations and all this other stuff? Because that stuff isn't important. You don't need to be doing that stuff. You can take a year or two without taking a vacation. It's okay. You don't need to be treating yourself all the time. And that's because you're going to want to have the money later. Like, money does buy happiness. It does, but it's something that it can buy in time, it can buy in freedom and flexibility. Like right now in this state of my life, like I can afford to do things in my life because I have money saved. I know that I have like FU money. FU money is like you don't need to go to your job if you don't want to work there. Like you choose to go to that job maybe. And that's kind of like the mindset that you want to be in. And that requires you to look poor sometimes. Like you don't have all this fancy shiny stuff that everybody else has. You're not going and posting all the pictures that everybody else has. And people might actually call you weird, but it's okay because you know the plan and the mission that you're on. And that's why looking poor or acting poor is the right move. And you're probably going to still do this when you have money because that's how you get there. And the second that your mind changes and you see it, you can't unsee it. You'll start looking at everything like it's a waste of money because most stuff is. And you can enjoy life without all these material things. The less you have, I think the happier you'll be because you'll appreciate it. And appreciating what you have is kind of what makes you actually wealthy. You know, I can have all the money in the world and live modestly and understand and know that I'm wealthy and be like, wow, look at all this money I stacked up. I don't have to worry about a thing. But then you have the other people that are spending all their money and look like they're, rich or whatever, but they could be spending it on debt. They could be using credit cards and they could also be living paycheck to paycheck. So you could be more rich than them. So keep that in mind. And that's why I'm doing these videos is because like we have to constantly remind ourselves like this is not about things. Like you can't take these things with you when you're gone. So it's a matter of trying to buy the time back and using that money so you're not spending your time to make it and wasting it. Like, buying a pair of shoes, that's literally your time to buy those shoes. So in exchange for those shoes. So start thinking about stuff in that sense. This is not literally looking like you don't have a home, but this is like living modestly, frugally within your means so you can put the extra cash aside for yourself to pay your future self so you're not stressed out. And that's pretty much that. That's what we want to be doing to live our rich life. Living our rich life is not flashing money and spending it all the time. And that's pretty much why I want to continue to talk about this stuff with you guys. Are you a person that spends all their money at the second they get it? Are you the person that when they make more money, they're spending it more? Because when I started making more money, I upgraded. I didn't upgrade things. I found an apartment that literally cost $400, $500 less than what I was paying. And that gap literally widened. And that's why you got to pay off your debts because that stuff is draining you too. It's probably costing you a lot of money in interest. And you'd rather be, being able to put that money into savings and investing that it works in the background for you. So it's making more money while you're sleeping. And these are the things that we got to be doing, guys. So hopefully, this video helped you out with that type of mindset because being truly wealthy isn't material things. It's knowing that life is okay, that tomorrow's coming, that you're designing your life, you have freedom and flexibility in it, and that's why we choose to live the way we do. And that's why I think it's living a more simpler life and decluttering and getting rid of things actually makes life better. And I think it could really help you guys out and make you feel even more wealthier on our path to trying to live the life we want to live. So that's pretty much all I got for this one today, guys. If you made it this far in the video, you are awesome. You're the best. This is who I do it for you. Leave me a comment. Let me know you made it this far in the video. Let me know where you're from or let me know what you think. Like, are you living like you're poor? What does that mean to you? Is this something that you agree with? I would love to talk about this in the comments. My name is Sai. I'm an actor, creative director, and daily YouTuber, and I help creatives like yourself build momentum through money, mindset, and purpose so life actually works. So if you found value in this video, like this video, smash that thumbs up button, hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I drop content here. I drop videos daily. And subscribe to the channel, man. It's free. It really helps me out, and you can always change your mind whenever you want. So my deepest gratitude for you push and subscribe. And you can support the channel by not only liking and subscribing, but by checking the links in the description. I got everything in there, like my Amazon shop, all the clothes that I buy affordably, all the books that I'm reading right now, all the banks that I'm using for my high yield savings, and all my daily essentials, like this microphone I added to the mix that's really elevated my videos, or my daily planning journal that I use every day to keep my life on track. All this stuff brings me value, and I think it could bring you value too, and they're affiliate links. So if you're clicking around and grabbing stuff, I get a little kickback, and I love that. So, and you guys should join my free Skool community. The free link is in the description. In there, it's a small community, but you can get to know me. I want to get to know you, and I think it's smart to get along with people that are, on the same path as you, trying to grow your YouTube, your creativity, your money. I'm in there to talk about it. So if that's something you're interested in, I would love to see you in there. And if you really like this video, then you're definitely going to like this video right here and this video right here. YouTube is popping them up, recommending. You're going to really like them, and I know you will. Hey, it could change your life maybe. All right, guys, you're not behind. You're just getting started. So let's build this life on purpose. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Boom.